At the 8th position, we have a picture of a samurai, taken in 2014 by a man named Martin during a trip to Japan with his family. Martin recounts that while walking on a cliff with his wife and daughter, when they reached an area where they could see the beach below, they decided to take a photo of their daughter to capture that moment. Nothing unusual happened until a few days later when Martin developed the photo. He discovered something peculiar. Behind his daughter's legs, there appeared to be another pair of legs resembling those of a samurai costume. Martin and his wife remember standing very close to the cliff, and they assert that no one else was there besides them. They then posted this picture on Reddit, and garnered a lot of attention from the online community. Some people thought it was a result of Photoshop, but an expert pointed out that it was an original photo. Rumors circulated that it was the spirit of a samurai, and the cliff might be the place he chose to end his life. At the 7th position, there is a photo of a large family. At first glance, it appears to be a normal picture, with a happy couple and 3 daughters all smiling joyfully. However, upon closer inspection, you will notice something strange within this photo. Look towards the outermost corner where one of the daughters is sitting. A mysterious hand is resting on her arm. Take another look at the overall picture to ensure that no family member could have caused this. It is a small hand, resembling that of a child. The parents were confused, troubled by this. A few days after the photo circulated, the villagers concluded that the hand belonged to the spirit of a girl who had died in an abandoned house nearby. What are your thoughts on this photo? Next is a photo titled Uninvited Guest. The strangeness was discovered by the photographer himself, named Roy, living in Chico, California. One day, while wandering in the woods, he spotted a very old and abandoned car. Finding it intriguing, Roy raised his camera and took a picture of it. However, the next day, after developing the photo, Roy noticed a peculiar face inside the driver's seat. Roy mentioned that before taking the shot, he had walked around the car to find the right angle and ensure that no one was inside. As a police officer, Roy brought this matter to the station for investigation. Many disappearances had occurred in that forest, and people believed that the eerie face belonged to a woman who had gone missing and wandered within the woods. The next picture is of a cowboy boy and is not a normally photo. In fact, it is a promotional image for a movie. The setting is a desert mountain in the Arizona region, but the film crew was left astonished by the result. Behind the main character on the right side, there appears the silhouette of a cowboy hat-wearing boy. Later, the film crew discovered that the location was actually an old cemetery, previously designated for burying cowboys. At that time, people believed it could be a ghost. The person who took this photo initially thought it was just a rock, but upon returning to check, there was no rock at that spot. The next photo is truly one that is very difficult to explain. It was taken in 2007. This girl wanted her friend to take a picture of her within the university grounds. However, when she decided to post it on social media, she noticed something was not right. In the cluster of trees, there are faces of 2 men, and it seems like they are smiling, appearing quite eerie. The friend who took this photo for the girl assured her that there was no one around at that time. The girl, eager to clarify this, uploaded it to the school's page, but everyone claimed not to recognize anyone with such faces. Therefore, this photo remains a mystery to this day. For this 3rd photo, I believe some of you may have seen it before because it gained notoriety on creepypasta forums and in horror stories. It was taken in 1930 and depicts a family with a grandmother, a mother, and 2 small children. Upon examining the photo, observers noticed the shadowy figure of a man hanging in mid-air on the ceiling. The family was certain that there was no paranormal activity at that time. They even climbed into the attic to check if there was anyone or anything living up there, but found nothing. Some people say it could be a random stain in the photo, while others argue that it might be the spirit of a man who died, someone who had previously lived in this house. They accidentally captured an image of Slender Man during a stroll in the woods. It was taken in a forest in Russia, known as the Forest of Disappearances. This means that most people who enter cannot find their way back out. To explore this forest, you have to follow strings connected from the entrance, so if you want to return, you can follow those strings. After posting this picture on social media, they noticed something unusual a few hours later. A friend of theirs commented that there was something in the background. It was the figure of an unusually tall person, possibly a man. Many people said it could be Slender Man. If that's true, then the numerous disappearances in this forest might be a bit easier to explain. This last photo standing was uploaded to Snapchat by a woman named Bentella Harley. She took a selfie with her grandson and younger sister at their home, but upon closer inspection, it seems like there's someone sitting behind them, resembling a girl wearing a purple dress. The girl is sitting cross-legged with her hands interlocked. They insist that at that moment, there were only 3 people in the room, and there was no girl in the neighborhood. Nothing happened that night, but the next day, they learned that in that room of the house, something related to a girl had occurred before. They didn't disclose the details of what happened, but since then, no one dared to be alone in that room again. And this is Creep Factor. Thank you for taking the time to watch the entire video. And if you like this video, please click like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more interesting contents.